It's Katie Lee, and this is Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast, a replay of today's full show. Z103, it's Katie Lee. Yesterday was beautiful. Today is fantastic. I am fully loving this weather. I am ready for a semi-sunburn, not a full-on sunburn, just enough to, give me a little bit of color, bring my freckles up to the surface. My freckles are the closest thing that I get to being actually tan. They bunch together, and that's about all I get. Sunburns, they're very normal in my life, even if I am wearing sunscreen. But yeah, last night after work, I went home and I was doing some yard work. And if there's one thing that I can count on, it's the fact that Nix loves to help with yard work, even though she's not the most helpful of hands. Because guess what? She doesn't actually have hands. She likes to steal the sticks out of my piles and drag them clear across the yard. And I spend half the time picking up the sticks that she pulls out of my piles. But she thinks that she's being helpful. So you know what? I'm not going to be mad at her too much. Sometimes I do throw the stick for her because it gets her out of my piles. Anyways, it is that season, that time of year where yard work is going on full swing. So, if you're out and about, make sure you're drinking water and wearing sunscreen. Unless you want a sunburn. Sunburns are not good for you. Okay? Okay. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and I've got your 2 o'clock tea for you today. All right, so this is a little insane, I'm not going to lie. Florence Pugh jumped off the second highest building in the world for the new Marvel movie Thunderbolts, and all I got to say is, no. Absolutely not. I'm all about thrill-seeking, but second tallest building in the world? Pass. A Las Vegas chapel is now offering Star Wars-themed weddings for Star Wars Day, which is on May 4th. So, if this is a dream of yours, there you go. The trailer for Blake Lively's new movie, Another Simple Favor, with Anna Kendrick, by the way. It's not just Blake's. The new movie trailer dropped yesterday, and it's on YouTube, but the studio disabled the comments because, yeah, everybody's trolling Blake. Anyways, moving on. Ellen Pompeo says leaving Grey's Anatomy entirely wouldn't make sense emotionally or financially. I'm just surprised that thing is still going. I feel like that thing needs to die by now. Just saying. We have the Duck Dynasty revival is going to premiere on A&E Wednesday, May 28th. And Benson Boone made a TikTok calling out Coachella crowd for not giving Brian May more love. Honestly, it was a fantastic performance, too. And, yeah, the crowd definitely should have given a lot more excitement, more love for it because, like I said, fantastic show. Definitely not for Coachella. Wrong crowd, basically. But I loved it. Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Kendrick Lamar, SZA's Luther tops the Hot 100 for an 8th week. And yeah, that's really all I got for you. 2 o'clock tea here on C103. Such a tragic event. There was a semi hauling 24,000 pounds of eggs, and it burst into flames last Friday in Illinois. So thankfully nobody was hurt, but that is basically $114,000 worth of eggs that just poof, gone. And all I got to say is everybody with the chickens in their backyards, y'all are about to become rich. Z103, it's Katie Lee. EastsideHoNews.com talking about the water tower. So starting tomorrow, the 16th, they're going to start installing the main water line in the South Capitol Avenue. And so this is going to basically give a detour of South Capitol, Cliff Street, and the west entrance of the Idaho Falls Public Library. Wow, I'm sorry. I totally butchered that sentence. Anyway, so the detour is basically going to last for about 4 weeks, and so you're going to have to find different routes, but access to the library near Idaho Falls Power is going to remain open. So just so you do know all of this, and then as the construction progresses, waterline work is going to be need to be completed. I'm sorry, I'm just having such a terrible time talking today. Anyways, they're going to be doing it in the Idaho Falls Power parking lot, South Capitol, and so temporary customer parking will be clearly assigned in the already designated city-owned parking space. So just plan accordingly with your driving downtown area that way, because they're going to be working on stuff. I really feel like the researchers these days are just bored because they have come up with a scientific formula for truly joyful days. Okay? Like when I say I don't know, it's very simple, and I feel like everybody could have figured this out and not be a researcher. Anyways, basically, it says be fit, fun, and available with a little indulgence, and somehow avoid working or commuting too much. Basically, that's a very long version of the live, laugh, love. Z103, it's Katie Lee. Congratulations, we made it to tax day. Woo! I got a notification at 4 a.m. this morning saying that the IRS took my money. Thanks. It was a depressing morning this morning, I'm not going to lie. But I guess with tax day, we get snack deals. We don't have Krispy Kreme, so that doesn't apply. Burger King says that they have 1-cent cheeseburgers, but you have to be a Royal Perks member and get it through their app. Lame. We don't have a 7-Eleven. We don't have any of these. Literally the only one that I could find was Burger King. So, I don't know how we're going to take the edge off of tax day. If you haven't done your taxes yet, guys, it's literally the day. What are you doing? Get it done. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and it's time for today's I Want to Know. What's the weirdest message someone sent you on either social media or dating apps? 208-524-1033. We're on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. You know, I get a lot of weird messages. I'm not going to lie. A lot of weird ones on dating apps. Sometimes I get some really weird ones through Facebook. There was a DM one time that somebody wanted me to carve a pumpkin with them. I mean, it wasn't weird, but it was just like really random. I don't know. It was very abrupt and aggressive as well. So I'm just like, no. There's a lot of other messages that I've gotten that I can't talk about on the radio. So we're going to see what everybody's saying on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. Man, you guys win these so well. All right. Brittany says, I had a guy message me on Tinder that said, you look like you know how to parallel park. I feel like that's a compliment. I mean, that's definitely a weird compliment, but I feel like that's definitely a compliment because how do you look like you know how to parallel park? Yeah. Anyways, we have, sorry, I'm trying to get my ducks in a row. Savannah, I guess I don't know if it's weird, just downright creepy when you get those weird messages about the people that are asking you to be their sugar baby with no context. Dude, not gonna lie, had a couple of them. It's creepy. There's a lot of weird messengers out there. They just slide into your DMs and they're just like, this isn't weird. I'm gonna send it to you anyways. Rachel says, a guy messaged me, can I borrow your Netflix password? You look trustworthy. I mean, that's enough right there. I'd probably give him my ex's Netflix password and call it good. So the I Want to Know question of the day, what's the weirdest message someone sent you on either social media or dating apps? 208-524-1033 or on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. I feel very lucky sometimes because I get to be a part of the big kid things like Media Days with the Eastern Idaho State Fair. They made their big announcements of all the cool things that are happening and the big grandstand events. Obviously, we're having the bull riding, we're having the rodeos, we're having the demolition derby, but we have 3 artists. You got your country artist, Dylan Scott, which, you know, is meh. We have our comedy act, Jeff Dunham's coming back, and then we have Train is coming. And honestly, I'm not mad about that one because I was actually a big fan of Train. I know a lot of songs from Train. So, yeah, those are what's going on. Make sure they say that if you are getting tickets, you got to go through the State Fair website, okay? Don't get scammed. Idaho's #1 hit music channel, Z103. I'm Katie Lee, and I have your heart-to-heart for you today. So, like I like to do, we're going to be real for 2 seconds. You know, sliding into someone's DM on the dating app in the dating world, it's weird enough and super awkward without making it worse by hitting them with a, hey, or you up? Don't do that, okay? There was also a new survey recently that dropped the top 10 worst dating app openers, and these ones are, so you have, hey, the other one, how are you? And then I guess this was in the top 10, you remind me of my ex. Really? That made the list? Anyway, so basically what I want to say is that if you're going to shoot your shot, at least give it a little bit of flavor. Put a little effort into it, okay? Show some personality. Drop a weird question. Make it funny. Make it real. Maybe mention something from their profile. Prove that you actually looked through their profile. You say something bold like, I don't know, if you had to fight an animal in the zoo, what would it be? It's so much better than, what are you doing? If I get one more comment about, what are you doing? You up? Hey, how are you? How's it going? What are you doing? I'm going to scream. So just remember, dating apps are weird. They're annoying, but we're all just out here trying to survive. So stop being basic. Be a little weird. And for the love of all of the pizza rolls in the world, please do not start a message with, you look like my next future ex-wife. Z103, it's Katie Lee. One of my favorite things to talk about is snacks. I love snacks. So we're talking about snack news. Guess what we're getting back nationwide before GTA 6? Yeah, we're getting snack wraps and chicken strips at McDonald's. And honestly, I'm okay with that. So I'm guessing that they are going to be released in May or June. Definitely this summer, but snack wraps, dude. Snack wraps for the win. I don't really go to McDonald's, but snack wraps, abso-freaking-lutely, count me in. Let's see. Other than that, there's really not a lot going around in snack news. So that was the only thing that I was really excited about. So yeah. Snack wraps, they're back soon. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and I've got your daily dummy for you today. It's a little lame. I'm sorry. There was a tennis match in France. British player, her name is Harriet. She faced an unexpected challenge, I guess. There was an odor on the court, I guess. And during the game, she approached the umpire with a request that she asked if her opponent could apply deodorant due to a bad smell. Okay. Aren't they like super far apart? They can't really smell each other, can they? Anyways, the umpire chose not to intervene, and then she went on to lose the match. Later, she also apologized for a comment. Basically, she was saying that it led to a lapse of judgment during the heat of the moment and expressing respect for her opponent. Yeah. I feel like that's really weird. I mean, aren't they like super far apart on a tennis court? How are you sniffing your opponent's armpits that far apart? Anyways, she lost the game, so goes to show, stay focused in your game, even if it does smell a little bit. Z103, it's Katie Lee. My friends, I'm out of here for the day. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe, stay legit, be awesome. I'm gonna go get some games at the gym. Sorry, that was really lame. I'm gonna go to the gym. Bye. Thanks for listening to Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Katie Lee on Z103 is hosted by Katie Lee and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.